Many years later, Abraham's great-grandson Joseph ruled over Egypt, second only to the Pharaoh. He invited his father Jacob and the entire family to move to Egypt. They became known as Hebrews and grew for generations until they became a large people group. A new Pharaoh came to power who didn't know the friendly history with the Hebrews. He became so afraid of their increasing numbers, he told his people, "We need a plan to stop them from multiplying. If a war breaks out, they could join our enemies, fight against us, and leave." So the Egyptians enslaved Abraham's descendants and oppressed them with hard labor. But the harder they worked and the worse they were treated, the more they multiplied. So the Egyptians became more fearful and oppressed Abraham's descendants even worse. Pharaoh gave this order to the slave midwives: "As your women give birth, kill the boys, but let the girls live." But the Hebrew midwives respected God, so they disobeyed Pharaoh and did not kill any boys. When the king asked why they let the boys live, they said, "Our women are not like Egyptians. They are strong and give birth before we can get there." So Pharaoh ordered all his people to throw every newborn Hebrew boy into the Nile River. One day, a slave woman gave birth to a son and hid him for 3 months. When it became impossible to hide him any longer, she set him in a waterproof basket and placed it in the Nile. The boy's sister watched from a distance to see what would happen. As Pharaoh's daughter was bathing in the river, she saw the basket and opened it to find a crying baby she recognized as a Hebrew. The baby's sister asked, "Should I find a Hebrew to nurse the baby for you?" Pharaoh's daughter said yes, so the girl ran off to get her mother. Pharaoh's daughter told the mother, "Take this child and feed him for me. I'll pay for your help." So she did. When the boy grew older, his mother brought him back to Pharaoh's daughter, who adopted him and named him Moses. She raised Moses in the palace, and he mastered Egyptian science and learning. Years later, Moses visited his fellow Hebrews and saw one of them being beaten by an Egyptian slave driver. Thinking no one was watching, Moses killed the Egyptian and hid the body in the sand. The next day, he saw 2 slaves fighting and asked the one who started the fight, "Why are you hitting another Hebrew?" The man responded, "Who made you judge over us? Do you want to kill me the way you killed that Egyptian yesterday?" Fear gripped Moses when he realized what he did was known. Once Pharaoh heard, he tried to kill Moses, but Moses fled to a land far to the east. There he met a man, married his daughter, and worked for him as a shepherd. Why do you think Moses' mother, his sister, and the midwives risked their lives by disobeying Pharaoh's orders? A single event changed Moses' life forever. What major event has changed the course of your life?